Today we're making chicken sopas, a Philippine chicken and macaroni soup. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode. Today we're making a childhood favorite and a very popular soup dish among kids, chicken sopas, which is a creamy macaroni soup. So here are the ingredients we're going to need for our dish. We're going to need about 2 to 4 pieces of chicken thigh, skinned. You can use chicken breast if you want. About 1 cup of diced hams, or in my case, I'm using the deli sliced ham, but you can use either one you want. We're going to need about 1 to 2 cups of elbow macaronis, depending on how much soup you're making. Keep in mind, the more macaroni you use, you're going to need more broth because it's going to absorb all that liquid. 1 onion, chopped. 1 carrot, diced. About 1 cup of chopped cabbage. We're going to need about 6 to 10 cups of water, depending on how much soup you want. And then we're going to season that with some fish sauce and chicken powder. We're also going to need 1 can of evaporated milk. That's going to make it creamy. 1 can of straw mushroom. This is optional because some kids might not like it. A can of quail eggs. And it's up to you if you want to add in celery. You can chop in some celery and add it to the dish. We're not a big fan of celery, so I'm opting out of that. And here's the complete list of our ingredients. So in a small pot or a saucepan, we're going to be cooking our chickens. So we're just going to add in some water over high heat. Place the chicken you're using. Make sure you have enough water to cover the chicken. Let's cover that up. And once it's boiling, we're going to reduce the heat to medium and simmer it until fully cooked. Do not discard the stock that you're going to get out of this. We're going to add that to the soup. While we are boiling our chicken, we're going to start putting everything together. In a soup pot, we have over high heat. We're going to add in a little oil. Then we're going to add in our onions. Our carrots. And our diced hams. Again, I'm using the deli ham here. You can use a regular ham if you want. Or if you don't like ham, you don't have to add it at all. Next, we're going to add in our water. All right, we added our water. Let's cover it up and wait for it to boil. All right, so I had a little technical difficulty here. So what I did that wasn't recorded is I added our mushroom, just sliced the mushroom, and then also I added in our macaroni. So we're going to cook our macaroni until they're nice and soft. We're going to add in our other ingredients. All right, let's go check on our soup. So we removed our chicken already and then shredded them. So we can just add that back in the soup. Also the broth or the stock that we got out of that chicken, we added it to our soup already. Give it a nice stir. Then here we're going to add in our seasonings. So first we're going to add in our chicken powder. So depending on the amount of soup you're making, You will have to adjust and add in as much or as little seasonings as you want. So next we're gonna add in pepper. And a little fish sauce. The fish sauce will give it that nice umami flavor. So give it a taste, and again, adjust accordingly. Still on the mild side, so we're gonna add just a little more chicken powder. It gives it that nice body. Also, as you can see, the macaronis are already getting big. Then we're gonna add in our cabbage. So we're gonna cover this and let it boil for another 5 minutes till our cabbage is nice and soft. All right, we're almost done. Now we're gonna add in our evaporated milk. Make sure you shake the can well before opening it. This will make it this will make the soup nice and creamy. Then we're gonna add in our quail eggs. Give it one last stir. Let's cover it and give it about a couple more minutes to warm up everything. All right, let's check on our soup. Looks good. Give it one last taste. Tastes really good. It's nice and creamy. The flavor profile is pretty mild. You can add in more seasoning if you want it strong, but this is perfect. Also, some household they add in Philippine hot dog slices on it. Well, those are hard to come by here, so I left that like this. Also, you can add in diced potatoes if you want. So pretty much just experiment what you feel like adding into this dish. So that's pretty much our soup right there. Chicken sopas. Perfect for a cold or rainy day. Now let's plate our dish. Here's our finished dish. Chicken sopas. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.